Welcome back to What RT Noobs with General Disturbance. We're about to see another replay from Sly Meerkat of Philo, and he's still grinding his P43 Biz. That's the tier 6 Italian medium tank, and he's located on this occasion on the north spawn of Steps. Now, the clock's counting down to the start of battle. And they're off. Now, as I may have mentioned before, the P43 does have a 90mm gun, so it's actually quite a powerful little tier 6 medium tank. Sly's grinding it at the moment because he wants to get up to the next tank in the line. And that, if I remember correctly, is P43 Tur. He's heading off down the east side of the map, and he is in company. There's somebody else with a P43 Biz with him, and that's useful. Okay, we spotted one of the enemy. It's also a P43, but not the P43 Biz. That's the tier 5 version. It's going to come up with the bushes. Hopefully he'll get some shots in using the bush mechanic. No, he's not going to get any shots there without getting seen, so he's pulled back. Might go to the other bushes. The other P43 Biz is trying to use the ridge line, and I think Sly is a little cautious about pulling out because they might try to hit that P43 and accidentally hit him in by mistake. So he's waiting for them to stop firing. Now he's got some targets to fire at, but he's waiting to see what the P43 Biz does. I don't think he's going to last very long. No, he didn't. Now the enemy's probably going to advance. Okay, now Sly could advance on his own, but I think that'd be a bit risky. So I think what he's going to do is pull back and try and hit those enemy tanks as they get closer, and that way he'll have more support from his teammates. He's all on his own. And I say this battle actually took place during one of his live streams, and I was actually watching this on this particular occasion. I didn't see the one on Ruinberg, but I did see this. Now, still no sign of the enemy, and they're definitely advancing around that side of the map. Now, from this position here, they've got to advance across a lot of open country, so he can make use of this to put shots into them when they're vulnerable. He's also got quite a lot of company here. He's got arty and heavy tanks to help him. He's pulling back again, just lining himself up. He wants to get the perfect position, so he's basically hull down on the enemy. Okay, we can see the first enemy. It's a Churchill 3. There's a Panzer 4H. We've got a P43 Biz going over the railway tracks. Oh, that was a bit of a snatch shot there. Went right over the top, and he was seen firing again. This time he gets a hit, and he got 225 hit points on that. Loaded, fires around into the Panzer 4H, managed to get 241 that time. The alpha on this tank is 240. Oh, takes out the Panzer 4H, 112. You get this Churchill 3. Oh, no, bounces off the turret. Can he get another shot to the side? I hope so. Yes, he does, and he takes the Churchill out. 180 hit points. He was on one shot at that point. I'm going to shot the Firefly. Fires around in 231. Low roll. Goes for the KV-85. No, he can't shoot. Going for the turret. Oh my god, he got the cupola. The cupola. 237 hit points. Accurate shot. Going for the OI. Managed to get the turret. 253. High roll. Going for the Firefly. Fires around in. Oh, just got hit by the AMX 13AM. That's the tier 5 French arty. Going for the Firefly again. Gets 242. High roll. Can he get another shot on that Firefly? Yes, he does. 34 hit points. Takes him out of the game. And he gets shot on the KV-85. Yes. 256. The KV-85 is not paying attention. What is he doing? He's looking in the wrong direction. And he's out of the game, 106 hit points. The arty is still paying attention to him. And he's going to have to move soon because those RT shots are getting closer and closer to him. M4 fires around, goes right past the front of the vehicle, but he has been seen. Oh, you saw that shot coming in. Definitely hit, and he's been hit by the RT again. 128. He has to move to this position. If he stays here, he will get hit again. The easiest way to stop getting hit by RT is to move to a new position, because then RT has to dial in again, and that takes time. Okay, he's advancing on the M4. He's more than a one shot, so he's going to have to take 2 shots to kill him. But the Cromwell B's there, and there's a T67. Well, maybe they'll come over and help. The T67's coming, and he's just responded affirmative to Sly's help. Fires 1 round in. 258. Can he get the second round in? Well, he rams him, destroys him for 729. Oh, gets the kill shot. 26 hit points. In actual fact, the ram took 72 off the enemy, 29 off Sly. So, okay, he's going unsighted, waiting for the enemy to stop seeing him. Now he can pull out. So he's managed to get 5 kills so far. There's good potential in this battle. And remember, this battle was after the one where he got the Radley Waters. So he's obviously getting used to this tank now. The handling characteristics and everything. The Cromwell and the T67 have moved ahead of him. Now, the T67 does seem to be quite a good player. We've got 2 tanks going down the east side of the map, an M4 and a Matilda, but they seem to be staying towards the east side. They don't seem to be engaging the tanks around there. And there's rather too many tanks still over the east side of the match for my liking of the map. Cromwell's coming back. I don't think he liked that position. Got the M4. T67's gone up on the rise. Sly, I think, is going to go around the rock and try and engage them from the other side. No, I think he's a bit cautious because that M4, he could have the dirt gun. T67 puts a round into him for 125. Sly's a bit wary about going around that corner because he might get hit. He needs to know where the enemy is. He can't see the M4, and we've just lost our Matilda Black Prince on the other side of the battlefield to their RT. Oh, can't see the M4. I don't think Sly wants to commit himself to going out there just in case the Sherman engages him, or the M4 engages him, and he is unable to fire back. He's only got 321 hit points, and he could lose that pretty fast if the Sherman spots him. T67's come down. He's moving ahead. Well, this will give us an idea where the M4 is. We haven't spotted him yet. Cromwell's the other side of the rock. There's the enemy RT. Oh no, it's the enemy T67. He's diving in, fires around, misses him. There's the enemy RT. Can take him out. 1 shot kill, 220 hit points. Oh, we just lost the Cromwell B. The M4 relocated. He was actually in the dip in the centre. So we're now down to 3 tanks against 4 on the enemy team. And the enemy T67's turned up, and he's been killed by RT67, but he did lose some hit points in the process. Sly's going to have to take a different position. T67's pulling away. This is awkward. This puts Sly on his own against 3 enemy tanks, and he doesn't know where they are. He doesn't really want to blunder in and get shot up. The M4 on the other side is just sitting there in a bush, doing nothing. But he is telling us that the enemy tanks aren't on that side of the battlefield. And there's one of the enemy, a Wizzy 131. Oh, he got a hit in. 218 hit points. Wizzy 131 didn't like that, but the problem is he's quite a nasty little tank destroyer. And if that M4 and that Wizzy 131 work together, then Sly is going to be 2-on-1, or 1-on-2 rather, and that's not going to work well for him. He's going to try and come up on the rise in the spot. Oh, oh no, the M4. Okay, now he's got problems. He knows where the M4 is, but if he stays up here, then the M4 will engage his attention, whilst the Wizzy 131 comes around the back and takes him from behind. So he needs to get away. Only trouble is, if he backs around one side, he's going to get hit by the M4. Backs around the other side, he's going to get hit by the 131. There's the 131. It's been seen. This is awkward. He knows that they're 2-on-1 at the moment. The T-67's out the game. He's scarpering, leaving Sly all on his own to deal with these two. Fires around him, bounces it off the side armour of the Wizzy 131. Ouch. Now this gets very, very interesting. Bounces around the KV-1. He's just outside effective range. M4 is going up over the top. We've just lost our T-67. Wizzy 131 got him. Let's have a quick look around the side. Is the Wizzy 131 on his own? Fires around him. 269. That's a high roll. But unfortunately now he's reloading. And here comes the M4. And the M4 is teasing him. Oh, that was the M4. And he's been damaged. Lost his view. Fires around into the M4, gets hit by the M4. He's now lost a huge number of his hit points. He's down to 12%. Will he beat the reload? No, he doesn't. The M4 gets him. 96 hit points. And all that's left is the M4 on the other side of the battlefield. Now, if only he had engaged at the right time, he could have distracted the M4 and Wizzy 131 that were fighting against Sly. But just goes to show how Sly is actually very, very good at playing this tank. Unfortunately, in this situation, he was outnumbered. And it was 2 against 1. He knew that if he engaged the M4, the Wizzy 131 was probably going to come around the back and catch him from behind if he didn't engage the M4. So he had to move forward. He had to try and take the M4 out. And it does now look as if the KV-1 or one of the other tanks is going to take out the M4. So I don't think this battle is going to last very long. Yep, it was the KV-1 taking out the M4. And they've won the game. Rather unfortunate, but there wasn't a lot he could do. That T-67 wouldn't stay around. The M4 on the other side wouldn't engage. And so, despite the fact that Sly did very, very well in this battle, as you'll see in the end battle results, it was still a loss. He managed to get an ace tanker in the P-43 BIS. He picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9. He got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks that did damage to him during the battle, a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle overall, and a tanker sniper for causing the highest damage at a distance of at least 300 meters, firing at least 8 shots. And of course, lastly, he got the top gun for getting at least 6 kills, and he did get 6 exactly. So if we have a look at the team score, well, highest damage on the battlefield, 3,634 hit points. The highest score on the enemy team was the Wizzy 131G FT with 2,002. So you can see Sly was working very, very hard. He managed to get the highest number of kills in the battle overall. He managed to get 6, double the highest score in his own team and double the highest score on the enemy team. And his base XP was 942. But it was only just behind the M4 Sherman who actually killed him. He managed to get 991. If we look at the detail report, Sly fired 23 rounds during that battle, got 20 direct hits, 18 penetration, damage of 3,634 hit points, of which 1,628 were at more than 300 meters. He received 8 hits during that battle, 6 were penetrations, 2 were non-penetrations, and he also received 1 hit as a result of splash damage, and that came from the MX-13AM. He blocked damage of 310 hit points during the battle. He spotted 3 of the enemy, damaged 10 of the enemy and killed 6 of them, and also did damage assistance of 427 hit points. On a premium account, he earned 57,279 credits, and that's very good for a tier 6 medium tank. He also earned 4,858 credits by way of the Achievements Award, which is otherwise known as Courageous Resistance, and that's because he managed to get epic medals during the battle. So his total came to 62,138 credits. And after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, he took away a loss of 35,685 credits. And the reason for that is he did have to use a fair amount of premium ammo. And that's because some of the opponents he was facing had pretty tough armor to try and get through. He received 1,413 XP, and he got the Achievements Award there as well for 774. And so, including the personal reserves bonus of 2,187, which is 100% personal reserves, he actually took away 4,374 experience points altogether. And I think this battle does show how good Sly has actually become in P43 Biz. Although he didn't win it, he did basically work its posterior off. He really did play this tank incredibly well. It's just he was let down by other members of his team who didn't do as well as him. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.